What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. And yes, you are back in my kitchen with your boy Spinelli for another easy and delicious recipe. Now in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make pork tenderloin pasta in a creamy mushroom sauce. Oh man, if you're a pasta lover like me, you're gonna love this one here. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're gonna use for today's recipe. Let me tell you what we have here. So back here we have about 2 pounds of pork tenderloins. So right here, take a look, they're cut into about 1.5-inch chunks. But you can slice them how big you wanna slice them, it's totally up to you. Right here I have a pound of sliced mushrooms. You can use white mushroom or baby bellua, totally up to you. A cup of chicken broth. Right here I have some penne pasta here. I want it to be a really creamy type pasta, so I'm going to use probably about 8 to 10 ounces. Right here I have a cup of chicken broth. I have 2 tablespoons of corn starch here, half a cup of white wine, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have half a cup of light whipping cream. I have half a cup of white flour. I have a tablespoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of paprika, 1 onion slice, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic chopped, teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of pepper. So these are the ingredients, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first step, what you should be doing is you should get your water boiling and start cooking your pasta to the box instructions. So I'm gonna go ahead and get mine cooking. All right, so now we're gonna prepare our breading. So I'm gonna take our flour and I'm just gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. I think this is the easiest way to do it, is to put your flour in a Ziploc bag, and then we're gonna start adding our dry ingredients, like our onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, paprika, and our salt. And what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna get this, we're gonna just shake it up, get it moved around in here. And guys, of course, you already know, adjust your seasoning the way you wanna adjust it. You don't have to use, those measurements. All right, this is what we have. Let's go ahead and continue. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our pork chunks. We're gonna dredge them in our flour. I'm gonna take all of them and I'm just gonna put them in here. Gonna get that sealed up and we're gonna do a shake it, bake it. You guys know how we do that. Let's get it all shook up in this bag. That's what we have. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside while we get our cooktop set up and get our pan up to temperature. All right, okay, so now that we have our cooktop set up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up about a tablespoon of olive oil. All right, so what we're gonna start doing now is start dropping our pork in here. Depending on how many pieces you have, you may have to cook them in batches. Looks like I'm gonna have to do mine in batches. And guys, you just wanna start turning them over as they brown on one side. But remember, you wanna cook them thoroughly. But just to keep them from burning on one side, you wanna just maybe flip them over and continue to flip them over. That's just how I do mine. Now that I got them brown pretty much on all sides, I'm just gonna get them moved, continue to move them around to finish cooking them. All right, it looks like my first batch is done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this out. I'm gonna sit these over here in this pan, or bowl, I'm sorry, and let it rest. Guys, that's what we have. And now we're gonna add the remaining pieces. As you know, I'm putting them around the edge because that's where the olive oil is settling, and they would just burn here in the middle if I leave them there too long. And we're gonna let these babies cook also until they are golden brown. Let's get them turned over. See how that one is, it wasn't in the grease. Got a couple of dark marks on it. All right, looks like I got them browned on both sides, so I'm just gonna start moving them around now in here. So we're about done with the browning of our tenderloin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove these, put them back in the same bowl that I have the others. We're gonna set them aside and we're gonna get set up to continue the recipe, all right? All right, so what I've done is I've changed pans and I just poured the juice from that pan into this pan just to keep some of that same flavor in there. I'm thinking I'm gonna need a bigger pan when I start adding the pasta. But however, we're gonna go ahead and continue. We're gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're gonna melt this over a medium heat. And we're gonna start adding our onions and our mushrooms. And we're gonna saute these until they're caramelized. This could take a couple of minutes, a few minutes rather. And this is gonna start reducing down. All right, so now we're gonna come behind that with our garlic cloves. And we're gonna let this cook for an additional minute. And now we're gonna come behind that with our 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we're just gonna get this mixed well. And guys, we're gonna follow this up with our chicken broth and our wine. We're gonna get this mixed in, but you wanna make sure you scrape the bottom of the pan, get some of that good flavor off of there. And you wanna come behind that with our light whipping cream. And we're gonna get that all mixed in like that too. So now that we have this mixed well, we're gonna bring our pork tenderloins back over into the shot and really back into the pan, along with all those good juices that was in that it released while it was in the pot or in the bowl. And we're gonna get this mixed up like this. And we're gonna get this simmered down for a couple of minutes till the sauce thickens. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes. So right here is where you adjust your salt level. So you want to give it a taste, see what it tastes like, see if you need any more salt. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more salt. Add a dash of pepper. And what we're gonna do now, of course, last but not least, we're gonna bring our pasta back over and we're gonna add our pasta. And we're gonna get this mixed in. And guys, I used this is about 8 to 10 ounces of pasta. I didn't put it all in there. If I would have put it too much in there, would have soaked too much of it up. I wanted to be creamy just like this. Guys, take a look at what we have right there. Ooh. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill the heat on the cooktop. All right, so last thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some fresh parsley. You know, we like to do that to give it some color. Tell me what you think about that, man. Wow. And there you have it, guys. Pork tenderloin pasta in a creamy mushroom sauce. Go ahead, get the conversation started in the comments below. Guys, let me know what you think about this recipe. All the measurements in the video description below, so go check them out. So let's go ahead and get into quality control, because I know y'all want to know what this is going to taste like. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so y'all ready for quality control? I know I am. Man, look at that big bowl of pasta. Oh my goodness, man. All right, so let's go ahead and test this baby out. We ain't gonna talk too much because I wanna know what it tastes like. Oh my. This is good, man. Let me taste one of these pork tenderloins. Oh my God. Man. Tender too. Man, you could taste that wine. Nothing like a pasta with a little wine flavor in it. Oh man, this is good. And if you don't eat pork, use chicken. But the pork tenderloin, you eat pork, man, try to eat pork tenderloin. So until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli. Yes, this is All Wings Everything, and you already know I ain't no chef. I just cook a lot, and I am out. Peace.